The next couple of slides I'm going to show you are just there. There's text, so there's definitely text in them, but they're diagrams of what we built internally for our processes. So first of all, we have this diagram here, and it's not the greatest, cleanest looking diagram, but it is better than nothing. Where humans, we tend to be visual. We tend to look at things visually and try to understand the direction that something visual is giving us. We're trying to deduce it. And a diagram is a great way of summarizing and describing to us how things should flow, especially if a diagram has boxes and arrows in it. So um, in this diagram of ours, I don't know if you can see the mouse cursor, but here is actually our starting point. And so that green circle represents the starting point of our process. And this green circle represents the end. So this green circle here represents analysis that we do on a weekly basis to determine stock levels. And based on whether we fall short or whether there's an excess level of inventory, we go through all these steps until finally we reach this green dot at the end. The steps right before the green dot represent my team checking the inventory that's been checked into Amazon FBA just to make sure that the numbers look right and that they're available for sale. So once my supply chain team reaches this green dot, then they notify the marketing team that, hey, if there's any sort of marketing that needs to be spun up or ads that need to be run, this is the time to hit the go button on that. So this is a diagram that my team references anytime they're confused, because supply chain management is a very intricate process. There's a lot of steps involved. It's really hard to follow, especially since it's such a dry, and a lot of people think it's a boring process, but it's just so business critical. And just because there's so many steps and it's really tedious, a diagram is very helpful. Here in the next slide, we show the roles of what the different partners and the different team members play. So the previous slide was the process, step by step by step, but it's color coded, okay, to correspond. Not so the colors don't have a 1-to-1 match to the colors here, but there is some relationship connection to this diagram where we talk about who are our suppliers, who are our kitters, who are our freight forwarders, who are our warehouses, who's our 3PL, who are our trucking partners, and finally, where are our sales channels. So in case this diagram is confusing to a team member as to who's responsible or who they should reach out to for that step for help, then they can refer to this diagram and understand, oh, okay, this step is related to 3PL, so I got to reach out to that specific 3PL partner and coordinate with them. Okay. And finally, this is our project management system for supply chain management. And this is really only a fraction of it. But this screen is a line-by-line task. So this is where we fill in all the details that are required to succeed with supply chain management. Okay, so these are the tedious details, and this is the visual representation of those details. Okay, so that's how we do it with my account, as well as with a couple accounts that we manage at Correlate. So next up, so now that we talked about the sales fire hose and the challenges that are here and now for you, the next series of slides will talk about how to use Amazon advertising to funnel as much traffic to your listings as possible.